All right, welcome everybody. It's October 5th. This is our second week now meeting, I guess, in the new series of events post EOS Independence Day as we work towards the next consensus upgrade. Quick recap from last week. We did a just quick check-in on how things are going since the upgrade. Seems that upgrade was a big success all around overall. There were some top tier exchanges that had to pause deposits and withdrawals. But as of the last week when we met, it seemed, at least the ones we were aware of and everything that we've checked, everyone seemed to be back in business. We shared that the ENF has released some patch releases, Leap, CDT, system contracts, software development progress, the work on 3.2 RC1 and Leap Util is in progress. And we're expecting perhaps we'll have a target date today, so we can talk about that later. And we're right now high level. ENF is working towards possible March-April timeline for the next consensus upgrade. And as of last week, EOS support was preparing to send out a survey to talk about the Block.log files. That's now been out. Not sure if Randall has anything to share yet. I'm guessing probably not a lot of responses yet. Maybe not much to talk about, but the news is the survey is now going around.
Yes, definitely, Daniel. The survey is going around. I sent you some results so far. We have 9 respondents.
Oh, great.
Oh, yeah, about 8. Sorry, 8 respondents. So I have that for you. So maybe you can.
Now I see that now in my message from you. Thank you. Yes. Well, let's see if I can pull that up on the screen. I've got a PDF here. We'll come to that in a bit. And that's it. I don't know if there's any other agenda items anyone wants to add, but maybe we could start by rechecking in on how we're doing post-launch. Again, last we heard, all the top tiers are back in business. Are you hearing anything otherwise, Randall, since last week, as far as you guys are seeing on the EOS support side of things?
No, so far everything is it's okay. So far we don't have any negative outcome or feedback. Everything is okay from our end.
Great.
So far.
And then from anyone else, anyone hearing anything from either node operators, dApp developers, exchanges, or yourselves with the latest or the upgrade that we've been running for a couple of weeks now? All right, I'll take that as a good sign. In that case, let's get into the future upgrades. How are we looking, Stephen? Do we have any sense on timelines for the next upgrade?
Yeah, we do actually. So I think that we should be targeting for sometime today or likely tomorrow to have 2 releases. Actually, one will be just a quick patch release of 3.1.2. And then we'll also be releasing 3.2.0 RC1. We should be able to probably take care of it by today, but it may slip to tomorrow. But I'd say end of week, high level of confidence that we'll get this release out. Everything that we're looking to have code complete is there. We're just kind of doing one last check on everything.
Great.
When there was
patch release of 3. Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say there was one thing that did actually come up in some of the upgrades on other chains about some confusion around the EOSIO Msig system contract in some of the repos, and they were trying to get things nailed down on exactly which version was published on the new repo, and maybe pulling in, I don't know, I don't remember what channel it was in. But does that ring a bell? That it was something about the old Msig used to use deferred transactions, and the new one does not. But it also had to be adjusted for a delay seconds or something like that. That there were some iterations of that Msig contract, and then there was confusion finding it in the repos. We can catch back up in the channels, but I think it was one of the Antelope channels that Msig contract, there was some, and I think what's on EOS was kind of a combination of what got scattered in some of those different forks over the.
Is it the time contract that we were on Talos we were talking about?
That's what triggered it. Ultimately, you can't use the time contract because that uses new MSIG. Well, they still have the old MSIG. So they went to go update the MSIG or pull the new MSIG contract. And then there was some discussion about the version they found didn't have like a delayed seconds param or something, that there was some confusion about the path. And I think they got it narrowed down. They were showing the commits and everything. But if y'all are, doing the system contracts and all of that, I don't know, that might be included. But I was going to mention that it was because of the use of the time contract, time lock or whatever, but it requires new MSIG. And then that actually led to the rabbit hole. But anyway, so something to look at.
Yeah, feel free to ping me if you get a few more details on that offline. I'm happy to talk about it.
Sure.
Thank you. And you said it's patch release of 3.1.2, and it sounded like there was a second release as well?
Yeah, the 3.2.0 RC1 will be cutting a release for that.
And that's also expected today?
Yeah, basically.
Or by the end of the week?
Yeah, they should be able to follow pretty quickly between one another, but we're targeting to get both of them done by end of week.
Great.
I did say if Eric knows about it, that's who is chatting with him. I can provide the link in the Telegram is in the Antelope developers channel on Telegram.
Thanks.
Cool. Okay. Any other updates on progress on software? All
That's
right.
about it for us for right now.
Sounds good. In that case, maybe we can move on to the survey. So I've got, Randall, you had sent me a Google Doc and a PDF. Are they two different things here, or which one should we be looking at? Looks like they're maybe the same. Oh, maybe not. Do you want to speak to this, Randall?
Hello, can you hear me?
We can.
Okay. Yeah, so the Google Docs is an Excel that has each question answered. So you know how like the charts has let's say like a graph there to see who answered yes or no. The Google documents actually break it down so that you can see what each respondent said and what their follow-up answer was.
Got it.
Right. So is there a need for chunked block.log file? Right. So respondent number 1, for example, said no, right? And they didn't answer a follow-up, right? Because they said no. But respondent number 3 said yes. And they said that it will be easier to manage than one large file, right? So that's how we have it on the Google Docs.
Cool. And so far we've got, and is this Google Doc something we can, this is your monthly report.
No, this is the monthly report. So you have the wrong one open.
Thank you. I'll close that one. So here's the survey.
Here's the survey. So you can go up, all the way up.
We got the link to the, and this is all publicly shareable. Can I add the link to this in the GitHub as well?
Yes. So that detail, the details can be found here, over there. If you click that Google document, and then it breaks everything down.
Great.
Yeah.
And you're continuing to collect more feedback with this survey still open. Is that right?
Yes, it's still open. And if you can share it with Block producers, that would be great as well, because this will be something that I think the core developers might want to know from Block producers what they want.
Yes. So we'll get this shared, the survey shared in the block producer channels. We'll put the link again on the summary for today, and we'll continue pushing it on our side. But good to see we already have 7 responses since you sent it out a few days ago, right? 8.
Yeah.
Great. So here's the summary. Still early. And I'll share it, and then maybe we can go over it again when we have more responses. But in the meantime, people can feel free to dig into all the data themselves. Thank you, Randall.
No problem. Thank you.
And is there anything else? Anything with the latest release coming out later today? Is there anything that we should be focused on testing, Stephen?
Yeah, I think that the most interesting thing is something that might have come up in a previous meeting, which is just the 3-strike rule that Kevin had implemented. I think that it just had to do with people who had loads and loads of CPU. And where I think that there was like a 3-strike rule related to the billing that he's introduced that helps significantly with the performance on Wax. I can share a link to that PR specifically to the group, but outside of that, I don't think that there's anything too critical. A lot of what this release is, just for everybody's context, and you'll see in the release notes, is that it's a bunch of stuff primarily that we've backported in from some previous versions of EOSIO that were desirable. Most of it's kind of performance upgrade related, but more to come on that.
Thank you. Oh, one thing we didn't talk about, I guess. So system contracts is going to require an Msig. So we haven't not yet deployed that. We'll I guess get an Msig up to do that. There's nothing pressing with this 3.1.1 in the system contract, is there? Anything that we need to be rushing to get an Msig up to deploy?
Oh, I wouldn't say so at this time, but I can verify with the team.
Okay, cool. So we'll check with, I know there are some other Msigs on the way, so we'll prioritize accordingly with the top 21 to make sure to get this system contracts latest updated as soon as we can. All right. Anything else? Okay, that's all I have on my side. So have a great day, and we'll see everyone in a week. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks.